Welcome back to another video of Gardening with John. This episode is going to be showing you the seeds that we're going to be planting next year. So these are not in the garden right now, but this is what we're going to be looking forward to. I'm going to go over it with you, and to the best of my knowledge, I'm going to try to share with you the places I bought some of these seeds at. So if any of y'all would like to get some of your own, you can do so. We'll start over here with my cucurbits. So we will have a melon. This is going to be a kind of just a melon, a Petite Gris de Rennes, I'm assuming is how you pronounce this. This comes from the Seed Savers Exchange, and I've mentioned them before in one of my videos at least. I do like them. They have a ton of heirloom products, different seeds and plants and startings, and they keep things from going extinct, so I like to get stuff from them. Below here we have a squash. This is going to be a Boston Marrow. It's also from the Seed Savers Exchange. Something very similar to it here and above. This is not from the Seed Savers Exchange. You can see this is a Fairy Moors, and this is usually what you'll encounter at your Walmart or something at the seed aisle. These are essentially just pumpkins, as is this one over here. This is going to be our Golden Hubbard squash. I don't know what these are going to do here in the state of Florida. They're not really made for this climate, but I have enough land at my property that I'll be able to experiment with them. Moving on over here, you're going to get to the star of our show, and that's going to be our peppers for next year. And so I have two of the Sugar Rush Peach. And as you can see, what's interesting about these, this is a Capsicum baccatum species. In fact, several of my varieties here are going to be Capsicum baccatum. And the reason why that is significant is it's not a variety that's widely grown in the United States. It's grown more often in Central and South America. These varieties are, as I understand, they're closer to a wild pepper. They have some unusual characteristics to them. I hear some of them have furry leaves, for instance. I hear they grow a bit slower, and you get peppers later in the year, and you might not get as many, but I hear they're good, and I've always wanted to try to grow Capsicum baccatum species, so I'm going to attempt it this year. Right here, nestled in between, I have my Madame Jeanette, and these are a Capsicum chinense species. It's called chinense because the person who gave it its scientific name mistakenly believed that this species comes from China. It does not. It is widely eaten there. It does, like all the other pepper species, originate from Central and South America. Coming down below here, I have some Tabasco peppers. I'm a big fan of Tabasco sauce. I don't think I could personally recreate my own Tabasco sauce. If you ever read the back of that label, they age that stuff in barrels for sometimes years, but I'm sure I'll find a way to enjoy these peppers, be it making my own sauces, a hot vinegar, or maybe we're definitely going to be making crushed red pepper next year, and we'll show you that process when we do it. Moving over here, we have a yellow Jamaican pepper. It is also a chinense species. I've never grown this before. I'm not familiar with it. It seems to be a Jamaican pepper, but beyond being called a yellow Jamaican, there isn't really anything else about it that tells me anything about it. For instance, I've heard of a Scotch bonnet before, but never just a yellow Jamaican. Moving over here, we have, these are some run-of-the-mill peppers, but they're still highly enjoyable. These are banana peppers, and I have both the hot variety and the sweet variety. They're both from Burpees. So these are essentially the same pepper. The only difference is one will be hot, one will be sweet. Moving up here, these are Manthia chili peppers, and I'm hearing that these are just becoming available in North America. Not a lot of people know about them. In fact, for many years, I don't know how long, if it was a century or half a century, it was believed that these peppers had gone extinct. They come from India. And I don't know if it was last year or just within the last couple years, these peppers were rediscovered growing in an isolated village somewhere in rural India. The people never stopped growing them. They continued consuming them. It's only the outside world that lost these. So they are just coming back, becoming available to the average gardener. Most people have not caught on to these yet. Moving over here, we have some ahi mango peppers. This is also a baccatum species, and I also have the ahi lemon. This is another baccatum, and the ahi Brazilian starfish pepper. I've never heard of these before. They're also a baccatum species, and we have the yellow starfish, which I understand is slightly less hot than the red one. It is a Baccatum as well. And then the odd man out here is the death spiral pepper. This is a Chinense species, whereas all the rest are Baccatums. Chinense are more common in the United States than Baccatum species are. We have orange habaneros as well, and we also have a ghost pepper. The Boot Jalakia comes from India. I've grown these before. This is the hottest pepper I have ever grown thus far in my life. These are very hot peppers, and when you grow these, you don't need any sorts of pesticides. Nothing attacks this plant at all. It grows perfectly fine just by itself. In fact, it can probably protect anything growing next to it as well. Over here, this is a non-hot pepper. This is a bell pepper variety. This is the Garden Sunshine. It comes from the Seed Savers Exchange. Below it is the Bulgarian Carrot from the Seed Savers Exchange. And also we have the Wanks Yellow Hot, which I'm assuming is perhaps a wax pepper or something adjacent to it. It is also from the Seed Savers Exchange. Moving over from peppers, we have over here our tomatoes. And over here we have our red large fruited cherries. We have our rainbow mix cherry tomatoes. We have jelly bean hybrid here. And this is going to be an orange variety, a yellow variety of what we currently have in the garden now. We have the red pear. This is the yellow pear. Right here, this is probably the most interesting pepper out of them. This is the Everglades tomato. And it is a Pimpinifolium species. It's not the regular species of tomato that you generally see growing in the garden. And these are going to be self-maintaining, I'm hoping. I'm hoping not to put a lot of work into them. I hear they self-seed and they come back every year in the same place that you put them. We'll see how true these claims are. Moving up here towards me, we will have our beans. And so we will have cowpeas. That's black-eyed peas, of course, but these are a purple-eyed pea. They have a purple pigment. It won't be a simple black-eyed pea. It has a purple pod and it has a purple eye. Over here to the right of it, we will have my right, your left, we have a regular black-eyed pea. It does not have the purple pigment. Otherwise, it's the same plant. And further over here, we have our green beans. This is a variety called Ferrari. I have not grown these before. They come from Botanical Interest is the company giving these out. That's all the seeds we have. I did want to give a shout out to a couple of the places that we are getting our seeds from. Starting right here, we have Refining Fire Chilies, and you have their website right here. I'm not sure which of these peppers I got from them, but I definitely got some of my seeds here from them. I'll give you the other side of the card too in case there's anything useful for you on it. Moving below there, this is from Jera's Garden. I think I bought several things from Jera's Garden, but the one thing I definitely know for sure that I bought from her was these Manathea peppers. And what I like about Jera's Garden is she is also here in Florida, which means everything that she's growing is stuff that will grow in my garden also, because we're growing in the same climate. So anything she's got, I can work with. And I'll show you the other side of her card as well, just so you can get all her info. And moving back over here to the Everglades tomatoes, there is a YouTuber named David the Good, and he is one of my favorite channels I enjoy watching. On some of his videos, not all of them, I wish he'd put it on all of his videos, there will be a link to an Etsy account for his daughter, and she sells seeds from his garden. And I remember him promising in an earlier video he was going to be selling these Everglades tomatoes. So I've been watching, waiting for them to become available, and they eventually did, and I got myself a package of them. So these came from David the Good. He has an Etsy account. For the life of me, I can't remember the exact name of the Etsy account, but if you visit his YouTube channel, do a little searching, you will find a link to that site, and he's got some interesting things there. Beyond that, if I flip these over, this is Sherwood Seeds, and Sherwood Seeds, I've bought their stuff in the past many times. In fact, this whole row of seeds is Sherwood Seeds. He's never steered me wrong, and I've been happy with everything he's ever given me. And that's everything we got. Like I said, this will be next year's garden. We will be expanding out. We will have a third site. We'll go over that when we get there. And some of this stuff will be split between sites A, B, and C. And we look forward to seeing y'all when we make those videos. Please come around next time.